Hey everyone, welcome to our special story on Uber. Finally on Friday, Uber arrived in Vancouver and it was welcomed with open arms. However, when it comes to the city of Surrey, that certainly hasn't been the case. The city sent a letter to Uber asking them to not operate in Surrey. Uber respectfully declined, and over the weekend, as a result, Surrey bylaw officers ticketed Uber drivers in the city of Surrey, the fine set at $500. Now, to find out exactly what Surrey residents think about all of this, Darpan hit the streets.
According to me, it's not good. Everybody wants something new, and Uber, I think so many times I used Uber, and it's better than the taxi.
Right.
So you can find anywhere, you can find online sometime. So I think we should we need this Uber in this city.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people feel.
Yeah, it's very cheaper than the taxi, because some people, even students, they can't afford the taxi.
Right.
Some days it's snow, rainy days, snow days, so it's hard to travel by taxi. So I think Uber is good if you come in city.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Thanks.
Just last week, where a college student down in the States thought she was getting into an Uber car, and it turned out to be, she was murdered. It turned out to be someone that was known to the police, I guess.
So you're concerned about safety reasons, eh?
People have to protect themselves, but it's easier to have regular taxis.
Yeah, no, I think that what we should have is the Uber, because we don't have enough taxis in Surrey, and whatever taxis we have, they're not available. So we need our Ubers, we need our taxis, we need everything we can get, because we have too many people, but not enough help.
Right, especially with city being such a growing city, right? Surrey being such a growing city.
Oh yeah, there's way too many people, so we need more Ubers, we need more taxis. It's crazy here.
So you're not happy with the mayor not wanting it here?
No, I'm not. We need it here just to help out with the growing call of help of where we have to go.
Awesome. Thanks so much for taking the time.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Well, I don't know. They're under different rules though than the cab drivers. It's not very. They're not playing on the same playing field.
Right, and that's what the mayor's concern is.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I guess it's run provincially though, So So I mean, it's. But no, I'm for the cab drivers because everybody should be under the same playing field. Especially with their insurance costs and everything.
So you don't think Uber coming to Surrey is a good idea?
Well, I don't think it's a good idea for anybody. I know they should be putting more cabs on the road and licensing them, or have the same playing field in that, But you can't have rules for one and not rules for the other in that,
Okay.
But they should put more cabs, Because I mean there is a need for it, but But it's just the playing field is a lot different,
Okay, wonderful. Thanks for taking the time.
Okay.
Thanks.
Well, I think Uber should be allowed here. I think what's his name?
The mayor.
The mayor, yeah.
Doug McCallum.
Yeah, I think he's in for a kickback from the cabbies. He's got to be. I took a cab one time from Surrey Memorial.
Right.
Over to the corner of 96 and King George. Cost me $13.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whereas Uber's a lot cheaper.
Uber's a lot cheaper. A bus would have been cheaper. Just I had my leg in a cast. And the cabbie pulls out and sits at a light that's 5 minutes to change. That's BS. And the Premier says that they're allowed all over the province.
Yeah.
Where's McCallum got off saying, no, you're not allowed in my city?
Right.
Sorry, dude. I don't go with that.
Right.
That's all a nonsense.
Right. Thanks so much.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's good to have Uber.
Right.
You can just call someone up.
Right.
Someone will be here.
Right. So you had no idea that the mayor said, okay. So now you're quite disappointed.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, ride-hailing companies have been approved to operate in Metro Vancouver by the Passenger Transportation Board. The fact is, a business license is required for companies to operate in Surrey or any other municipality in the Lower Mainland. In Vancouver, licenses for ride-hailing have been issued. But in Surrey, like the majority of cities and metro, they have not. Until that happens, Uber is operating illegally in Surrey. On Friday, Uber was notified by the city to stop operations within Surrey boundaries until council has taken a position on how it wishes to deal with ride-hailing business licenses. We gave Uber a grace period over the weekend by issuing warning tickets for non-compliance. I felt that was only fair to give them an opportunity to comply. I have heard some individual drivers have chosen to do so. For those who continue to operate in Surrey, there will no longer be warning tickets, and any violators caught will be ticketed and face a fine of $500. And I want to state it very clearly, is I support ride hailing. I have said that from day one. I support ride hailing. And I can say the majority of council supports ride hailing. But it has to be on a level playing field with the taxi industry. I have heard some opponents say that I am pandering to the taxi industry. That is not true. What I am concerned about and what I am fighting for is the livelihoods of all of those who are employed in the taxi industry, be it a driver, a dispatcher, or a fleet manager. While taxis operate throughout Metro, a large number of those who work in the taxi industry call Surrey home. I can tell you it is not an insignificant number, as some have said. That is why I am making the case to protect the livelihood of so many Surrey residents. Uber comes in and there's no level playing field. They can have as many cars as they want. Insurance, taxi cabs, and these are approximate numbers, taxi cabs pay roughly $27,000 in extra insurance. Uber and the other ride-hailing pay $100 more to be one of their things. That's not fair. That's not fair what the government has done to allow that to happen. The taxi industry has to have wheelchair accessibility and pick up people with disabilities. Uber doesn't have to, and have already indicated they won't be picking up any of these disability people that need to have a taxi. That's not fair either. I can give another example, is our taxis have cameras in it for safety reasons again. Uber doesn't have to have cameras in it. So as it stands now, ride-hailing in a regulated industry has a very unfair advantage.
So we brought you the press conference from the City Hall where the mayor spoke about leveling the playing field. He is for Uber, but he does worry about fairness. Now, when it comes to that, you can see the row of taxis right behind me. I spoke to them as to what they think of Uber being in Surrey. They said that it doesn't really matter to them off camera. It's going to be more of an issue for Vancouver. So until next time, I'm Ms. Sharma signing off for Darpan Magazine.